Oh Canada, yes, MACT's back, and those are the stickers as my young daughter thought they were to play with, and those are actually pretty expensive stamps to go to Canada, which I just mailed off some stickers to a few folks. But this is MACT Forward Edge, and of course we're going to start out with our welcoming of all of our latest and newest members. And boy, I've been busy this afternoon here just adding a few extra folks before we get this whole thing started. But we had Vincenus Mora, Brian Sonek, Zach Bohart, Candace Updike, Juan Prito, Boo Dobby, Ryan Rohde, Karnika, Rajmirti, Melvin Askey, Lakeisha Loving Mind Knox, Howard Cohen, Awalda Negron, Donna Flattery, Carrie Dankirk Clark, Scott Heffern, Sonia Johnson Prine, Krishna Kohli, Dean and Angela Ramiskal, Todd Fink, and Chansey was the last minute ad just a few minutes ago, 8 minutes ago to be exact. So that is, of course, who has joined just this afternoon and in the last week, and we're glad to have you all on board and strive to help answer your questions. You provide your experiences and help each other out. And of course, we all play nice under kindergarten rules on this group. Just have to put that one in there just a little bit. But overall, you guys or gals are great, and I enjoy every one of you. So we're just like a big happy family here, and I like to help along with the other admins, Elhard and Mano, and Basim, our moderator too. So by all means, we want to make sure that you're all happy and, of course, taken care of to the best of our abilities. Keeping in mind, we base our knowledge on experience and helping you determine likely causes of your woes with your edge. And, of course, we also like all the good stuff the edge does for us, too. But unfortunately, sometimes the bad things override the good feelings. But with that being said, I don't know if you guys saw my last post that I did earlier this morning, but it is amazing that, I have not driven my edges to the miles I stated. These are just the accumulated miles that are on them. And of the three that I own, it comes out to nearly 575,000 miles. I will honestly say that I can account for about 400,000 of that, okay? Maybe a little more. That is actual miles I put on. So my mileage actually driving an edge is over 400,000, but I buy them used, there's a few miles on there, but I'm thinking that, I've never had major issues, and I'm approaching 600,000 miles, so anyway. Follow what I do, or hey, don't maintain your edge, just drive it into the dirt, right? We try to resurrect them. If you do that, it'll help you out in getting it going there. And I do know that I did put out a few things on what we're going, but we're going to go over a couple quick things that people have been posting on here. And one of our admins, Elhard, he took his edge in and got that camera replaced under warranty, and of course, he is touting the fact that new fluids make a world of difference. I cannot stress enough, folks. Once you get to about 40,000 on that transmission fluid, if you want it to shift like new, you need to change it, okay? Going to 100,000 is not going to give you the performance that you want. And that goes for oil, power steering fluid, brake fluid, coolant. And by all means, those 3.5s love the fresh coolant. So I've changed how I do things, and I am draining and filling on occasions just to keep that coolant fresh, because I'm trying to avoid water pump issues, and after 575,000 miles, not one water pump issue. Either I am blessed or I've been doing something right. So you want to make sure that you do try to take care of your edge and don't believe these maintenance cycles. Those are like out of the world, pristine operating conditions that none of you drive in, okay? None of you do. So we want to really make sure that we get every bit of our pennies out of these things and not have to put a lot of pennies into them to keep them running. Let's see. We got lots of new folks, like I said. MKX owners, make yourself heard. Mano wants to account for you. And so far, not many of you popping tall on that. I only think about 3 people answered. And I know we got more MKX owners than that. And we'll talk a little bit more about MKX, Ford Edge, and stickers. Yeah, you know, as with all things, prototype starts and then you make adjustments as you go. We did have Todd Fink, who's a new member, ask what that little switch was to the right of the shifter and what's underneath there. And I liked Osama Rashid's answer. This is NOS, NOS. Would that be a surprise? But anyway, that little tab that they pull up is a little interlock that they could disengage your shifter and put it in neutral so they could tow your car. That's pretty much what it's used for. Or you can push it if it's stuck and won't start. You can put that in gear and push the car too, if you don't have the key or something like that. But that's what it's for. Anyway, real simple thing. Any tow truck driver can tell you what it's for. But having fun anyway. Let's see. We have Patrick Raymond Panasco. Always start with the tune-up, spark plugs, and everything else, Raymond, and make sure that, of course, everything is good to go with your ignition. Because believe it or not, we've done this time and time again. Drivability issues tend to lead to ignition issues. In other words, spark plugs not changed, coils are bad. That's pretty much where you want to aim for. Get those things fixed. Might not have a problem. Okay, and it might not be a transmission issue because engine drivability affects transmission. So you start with the engine and then go to the transmission because the transmission, of course, is a costly item to repair, and we want to make sure we're not being parts clowns and swapping out major components when we don't need to. And hopefully your garage doesn't do that either. But trust me, they do it. You know, some garages and shops and dealerships are what I consider parts clowns, and I've been caught up in that a few times. So yes, I've earned the title of parts clown, which was most recently on my Ford Ranger, so I don't even want to go there. I did fix the problem, but it wasn't before I fixed something else that really didn't. It needed it, but it really didn't need it. But, you know, 20-year-old parts, what the heck, you know, change them out, it couldn't hurt. But anyway, I did get it running good. Let's see. We got Keith Haskell. He is rebuilding from scratch and frame up a Ford Mustang. Yes, you guys follow this build. I'm going to ensure that he puts more pictures up as he rebuilds this beast into the fast race car that it ought to be. And of course, you guys check out his posting because this is an outrageous repair job. Yes, this thing will beat land speed records by the time he's done. Anyway, we have another question. Adam McFarland asked about the fixed sensor. And I did contact FIXD and ask them about their thing. And I'm going to tell you, it's probably not a good idea. They don't have a whole lot of information on there. All it does is read DTCs. It doesn't sound like it provides you with all the information that you would get out of the Forescan Lite program and an OBD2 Bluetooth dongle. Okay, it just doesn't sound like it. It doesn't go to sleep. It runs on power, so it will drain the battery. But they say it will shut down to a point where it remains on, but in a sleep mode, kind of, sort of. So if you're going to leave it on and not charge your battery for a month, they said it would drain the battery. So, you know, and I have not tested it, and I'm not going to. I have the V-Peak that I am testing, and I will tell you guys, that the V-Peak so far, yeah, it's performing. I have a few other tests I want to do to see what it's like compared to the OBD Leaks MX, which is of course quite a bit more expensive. But I will tell you, I have put that OBD Leaks MX through its paces, running it for hours at a time, and it still works like a champ. Okay, so I have not put that much time on the V-Peak to tell you, but I do have enough hours on it now to say that it is holding up and it is working. I just have a few other things to do, and then I will throw a video out for the results of what I did on that. And of course, it could be a good cheap alternative for you if you don't want to spend 80 bucks on the MX. Let's see, we got Carrie Dankirk Clark, and she has been running her 2008 Edge, and of course she has, it says it slugs and hesitates on hills, and I tell you what, that sure does sound like a TSS OSS sensor issue. But I think we want to make sure that we got new plugs and coils in there to rule that out. And again, that's that TSS thing popping up, and they're going to keep popping up until we get all those things replaced. Unfortunately, it goes through that whole thing. So Carrie, make sure those plugs and coils are good. See if that alleviates your situation. But I will say, if you got a 2008 and you got 135,000 miles on it, you know, the chances of it being plugs and coils is there, but it could be the TSS OSS sensor, and that's going to be about a $600 or $700 bill to get that thing fixed. But you can do it yourself if you have a friend, husband, you know, whoever that is mechanically inclined. Then by all means do that. Patrick says he's got a 2007. Okay, so maybe I got it wrong or something somewhere in there. But either way, 2007, that is the prime beast of the Ford Edge and its initial running. And of course, that was, you know, as with all things, it was their first foray into it, and they just built the better platform after that. So he'd get it fixed. And of course, he says he has some sort of warranty on it, so we'll hopefully pray for him to get it fixed so that the warranty covers it. I don't know if it's a Ford warranty or if it's one of those aftermarket third-party pieces of garbage. Yeah, I've bought them before and I've turned them back in and got my money back. They don't cover a darn thing. Let's see. Oh boy, what do we got? Glenn Thompson, he wants to store his Edge for a while. Well, Glenn, I will tell you that when you do store it, as with all things, Mano did state to use the Stabil, S-T-A-B-I-L, gasoline additive. I use it in all my equipment, lawn equipment, everything, in wintertime and summer storage and everything else, and you can't beat it. Okay, it will keep the gasoline fresh and, of course, keep it running. I would not fill the gas tank up completely before you store it. You only want to have a, you know, maybe have it down near E, you know, dump some Stabil in it, you know, based on, say, a half a tank and 10 gallons of gas, you know, mix it up in there like that, and then run it for a while till you get it down to E before you store it. That way you run it through the fuel lines too and through the injectors and everything. Got to think ahead here, right? You're going to store it. You might as well store it with the Stabil in the fuel lines and injectors and everything else. So don't short sight yourself and just pour it in the tank. Make sure it runs through the engine. So do that, and then you should be in good shape, and it'll start for you anyway. The Edge is tough. Duratec can handle it. But if you are going to store it for a long time, disconnect that battery so it does not have a drain. And, you know, if nothing else, replace it with an AGM battery, and the AGM will store a lot longer than a wet cell lead acid battery will, and it won't go dead. So make sure that you do that. Let's see. What we got? Howard Cohen, my man, you have went out and did something I don't have. Got yourself a 2015 to 17 factory repair manual, which just makes me look weak. So I'm going to have to stick with the, I'm going to have to stay with the Cohens here. I'm going to have to jump up and get myself a newer manual for the 2015 Plus because I do not have one, and AllData does not do it. Okay, they don't have it. Yeah, they just don't on the AllData DIY. Now I will say some things I didn't mention. I was going to talk about this, but since he brought this up on the group, I do want to say one thing. Haynes online, meh, I wouldn't do it. I checked it out. They have download limitations. I mean, they'll lock you out. It's crazy. They allow you like one download of something, you know, every 6 months. Okay, all you can do is look at it on the computer. You can't print it. You can't do nothing. Bad deal. And plus the Haynes, I never felt good with them anyway. I think they're flaky. Mitchell DIY, haven't really checked them out. They got their own quirks, but I have fallen back onto the AllData. Price-wise, I think the AllData is pretty good. It doesn't cover everything. You don't get a whole bunch of slew of wiring schematics like you would with the Ford repair manual. Okay, that's the one good thing about the Ford repair manual, but it is more pricey. Okay, but it is a one-time thing where I pay every year for my subscription to AllData, but it's a DIY version. If I wanted to get the garage version, I could get the wiring schematics, but guess what? Beep, up goes the price, and of course it's not really worth it for me cost effectiveness. If I needed electrical information, maybe I'd go to the dealership and ask them for a wiring diagram or something, and see if they'll provide it to me for free or whatever. But I do have access to my garage over in Rock Island Arsenal, and they have the full thing, and I know I can get diagrams there for wiring and everything because they have the whole slew of AllData and all this other stuff, and Mitchell and all this access. So I know I can get it, so I don't really worry about it on my end. But I'm lucky that way that I can actually get that. And if you guys are retired military, go to your local base if you have one around you. Go to the MWR Auto Skills Centers, and they do have all these diagrams you need and everything else. Can't stress that enough. Use your services, guys and gals. If you're retired or veterans, make use of this. Okay, you can save yourself a lot of money and fix your cars yourselves. So let's see, what else do we have? Yes, mailed these out, folks. Got them, yes. Don't want to give away their names and all, but yes, I got the stickers. Got to mail these out. 3 more. Actually, it's more than the 3. I think there's like 6 in here. 3, they're buying 2 each. Of course, they want to put them on more than one edge, more than one vehicle, and all this other stuff. So they're going to be doing that. But yeah, good response. You know, I was wondering if I was going to sell these things. And by the way, I only got 31 red left and 33 white. So I have sold a few. I bought 100, so that means I got 60 some left. Which you know, we're getting there. I do have to sell them all before I can buy new ones. So I want y'all to get these stickers on your cars. I don't know, put them on your toolbox, your laptop like Steven did. You know, stick one on your forehead. I don't know. Put it on your grandpa's, you know, Chrysler. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Get the stickers. Yeah, shameless commerce on my part. But I'm glad y'all do like them. And of course, there will be something else coming with those. But let's see what else we have. We have Elaine Wages, and she has managed to lose her keys. Now, she says keys. That means she's lost both of them, which, Elaine, I'm sorry, young lady, but it sounds like that's going to be a little pricey. You're going to have to get new keys. They're going to have to be redone. If you'd had one, you'd probably been in better shape. But to lose both of them, you're going to have to buy new keys and then, of course, have the programming and everything else to go with that. And that's unfortunately going to cost you a few $100 probably. So, you know, that's not a good deal, not when you do that. These days, these keys are more than a key. They're the lifeblood of the vehicle. Without that, that thing is not starting because everything is relying on communication with the key. So hopefully you get something. Let us know what happens and what the cost is, because other members might want to know, so they can go out and buy an extra key ahead of time just in case they lose it. Let's see. We're having Osam Rashid. He's got a problem with his seat. and he asked me about that, and there are 4 motors on the seat. That's right, 4. We have the driver's seat horizontal rear height motor, we have the seat backrest motor, and then we have the seat front height motor. Those are 4 motors just on one seat, okay? And of course, if you have movement, you got one of 4 selections that you're going to have to figure out which motor is not working, and then check the connectors and wiring and everything. Because in this case, it sounds like since the others are all working, they all run off the same harness, you either got a power issue to that motor, the motor's burnt out, or connector's bad. So you got to check the power. Check the power to the connectors. If those are good, then ta-da, we got a motor bad. Okay, replace some motor. It's not that terribly difficult. A little bit of removing the seat to get at it, but it can be done. Let's see, Sonia, we got a couple other people that joined in. We got, of course, Kevin. His car was taken by his lovely bride, and she went out on a rampage with it. Sunroof open, sunglasses on, blasting Metallica, and playing a great day, I guess. And the thing is she left without him. Party without the van, yeah. Just having a great time. So anyway, sometimes we need to get away, right? But anyway, we're just having a good time. Got lots of different things on oils and oil questions and everything that are going on. And of course, cleaning throttle bodies. We always say, clean those, and you guys seen the videos and everything I've done. So you know not to use carb cleaner, use throttle body cleaner. MAF cleaner, of course, is even more gentle than throttle body cleaner. But folks, Mano says use MAF cleaner. Bill says use throttle body cleaner. I want to clean. I want to get in there. I want to get it done. Mano says be gentle, be nice. I'm scrubbing away. So you can pick whichever poison you think we're touting at the time. But by all means, don't use carb cleaner. Don't fall into that. And of course, that reminds me, I gotta clean my MAF. I haven't never cleaned my MAF on my car. I wonder what that does. Anyway, probably the same thing as my air cleaner. I got like 80,000 miles on my air filter. Who knows? I don't know. I never changed that either. Yeah. Next time I'm gonna do, Mano says I should take a cloth baby diaper, put it in my air box instead of a filter. Just run that. I might. You never know. Milestones, Shannon Dugan, he crossed 120,000 on his MKX. So, of course, he had to do a little PTU change out and fluid and stuff. But hopefully he gets that all, up and squared away and running good. And then you guys saw that the Chevrolet dealership sent me some Chevy literature. Hey, who knows? Maybe they don't monitor me that close. But who knows what's going on. Let's see. John said something. I gotta put my glasses on here. The door still lights up the word edge, but doesn't light up anymore in the driver's door. Okay, I'm not quite understanding that question, but you might want to check to see if maybe the bulbs burn out or something like that. I don't know. I'm not quite getting what you're saying there on that question. The door still lights up, but the word edge doesn't light up anymore. Not following that. Not following that at all. I'm sorry. But anyway, Andrew Jewett, he's went out camping. Oh man, I wish I could go camping. I got to go to my campsite this next weekend. I got to get out there. I got a ton of work to do and everything else. So maybe I'll have some videos of my edge out in the campground, cleaning up and everything else. I'm really delayed on that. I got to get out there before I get in trouble. But we got, let's see, Charity. She's out there with Henry, celebrating 1 year of ownership of Henry. And, of course, enjoying old Henry, her edge, that silver beast that it is. So, congratulations on that. And then, of course, Keith Haskell, he decided to clay bar his edge. And I tried to get his address, see how long it takes me to get there. I figure I'll drink some beer. He can clay bar the heck out of Lou. Yeah, and then we can do that. But lots of good stuff going on, folks. I posted some stuff on my Ford Ranger. The rear suspension on it collapsed. The F-150s, Rangers, the leaf spring brackets are notorious for rusting and collapsing, and mine has. So if you do want to have some enjoyable fun, I will be posting on my other YouTube channel my upcoming repairs on my Ford Ranger, and they will not be pretty, folks. We are talking grinding, chiseling hammers, welding, blow torches, and of course lots of bleeps probably on my part. I really don't do that, but anyway, I gotta sell it up, right? But yeah, it's gonna require some pretty horrendous work, because those things are riveted on, and I am literally gonna have to use heat, cut, torch, grinding wheels, you name it. It's gonna be a sight to behold, and I got to rebuild that entire rear end on both sides for the suspension, shocks, leaf springs, shackles, and brackets. So it's going to be a nightmare. Yes, I'm going to be tearing that thing down to, as we say in the Navy, to parade rest, and then I'll work on it. But enough of that. If you want to see those, join my MACT Ford Ranger group on Facebook, and of course I got the MACT channel there for the Ford Ranger videos. Let's see. I do like Andrew's post. He says, and the sign was for a bar. It says, "Make poor P-O-U-R decisions. Happy hour 3 to 6." Gotta love it. But anyway, kayaking. Adam Myers is going kayaking. He's gonna have fun. He's gonna float his boat, and of course, let's see. We got Brandon Preston. He's got his Ford Edge towing that beautiful 19-foot twin V catamaran with a 150 horsepower engine. Now I'm going to say that engine is probably worth half the price of the boat. So that's a pretty hefty price tag on that, and it'd be nice to have big toys like that and have fun, and of course good times. But if nothing else, that's pretty much it. You know, we got a lot of other things the members are talking about, and of course going through and adjusting things on their Edge. And keep those projects going. Keep the maintenance going, folks. That's the whole key to this whole thing, of course, is your maintenance. And we want to make sure that you do maintain everything every day. And, you know, that's really the key to this whole thing. But what else was I going to talk about? Yes, I did have a couple other things. And I want to talk about EVO. I don't know if anybody here in this channel knows what EVO stands for. And when I was in the military, I was an EVO instructor. Yes, I taught people how to, and this is what the course is called, Emergency Vehicle Operations. You guessed it. I was a instructor, a driving instructor for emergency vehicles, ambulances, police cars, fire trucks, all that good stuff, and taught people how to safely respond and drive their vehicles in a fast, safe manner. Okay? When to stop, when to do all that stuff, and of course, how to avoid accidents, and even how to pit cars and to stop the whole chase. But, you know, I had to do a EVO while I was driving down Interstate 380, and you all saw the pictures. And I tell you what, folks, I was on those binders hard. It took everything I had to get and keep loose straight. You know, it's either that or pit the poor dude. I would have pitted him. You know, if I couldn't get slowed down, I would have grabbed the end of that pickup truck, and it would have been a nasty mess. Okay, but I managed to keep control, hit the brakes hard, move over far enough out of his way, because he slammed right in there, right where I was at. And unfortunately my dash cam didn't capture it, which makes me mad. But anyway, you know, he got me. I mean, he got a very, very little nick on me. He just scraped the plastic bumper. So it was everything I could have to miss him, and I wasn't quite sure if he hit me or didn't hit me. Okay, I just wasn't sure about it because it was so close. You know, I didn't feel it. It was that close. Okay, it was just a short scrape. I didn't feel it, so I wasn't certain if he got me or not. And that led up to a few other things, but I wasn't happy. But You gotta be ready, folks. You can't be texting and all this other stuff. You gotta keep the eye on the road, because people do this crazy stuff. And I'm gonna tell you, 200,000 miles on Lou, and this is the only mark she's ever gotten. Okay, oh, poor Orange Crush took more hits than a bumper than a car in a, you know, what do you call it, a crash up derby, you know. So a demolition derby. Lou was like a demolition car compared to, or Orange Crush was a demolition car. But this one hasn't had any forays into hitting deer or getting hit or anything. This is our first time. So, but emergency vehicle operations, folks, drive careful, be alert, but don't text. I know this sounds like a public service message, but take it from a guy who drives a lot. Pay attention, okay? I know you guys say, hey, Bill's texting and everything. Bill's texting on an interstate where there's not a car in anywhere, okay? A lot of the times there's nothing anywhere. Other times there are stuff, but I'm recording videos on my dash cam and, of course, through my phone on the dash cam. So I'm not necessarily doing anything. I'm just hitting the play button, something like changing the radio station, right? So, yeah, I can make excuses all day long, but, yeah, I try to be as safe as possible when doing certain functions. So pay attention, and, of course, don't want anybody hurt. So by all means, be safe. But emergency vehicle operations means you're always ready for the unexpected. And that's really the key to all that. Now, we're going to move on to the next topic. Now, let's see. What do we got here? Bill, I still don't doubt about the PTO change. How many kilometers do I have to exchange the oil? Do I have to fill it up to the drain hole? I have a 14 edge with almost 30,000 kilometers. Well, I would change Thiago, I would change the PTU. I mean, the fluid, it can't hurt to change it, okay? You go ahead, suck it out, put new in. If the stuff you suck out looks amber in color, then you're good to go. If it's black, that means it's oxidized. That means it's been heated and it's starting to decrease its ability to lubricate. So check that all out. Change it. If it's black, change it out. Fill it up to just, you know, at the fill hole, at the fill plug, and then move on. Okay. And then, of course, you will be fine. It's only like 12 fluid ounces in that thing anyway. So go ahead and dump that, you know, suck that out and put some new in. You know, maintenance can never hurt, folks. Maintenance never hurts. There's no such thing as damaging anything by changing it early. Okay? Changing it early is actually probably under severe conditions the best thing you can do for yourself. So hope that answers your question, Mr. Pinto. And of course, we're going to ask the biggest question we got here. And which sticker provides the most horsepower gain by placing it on your edge? Now, I talked to Mano about this, and we had a discussion. Which sticker color gives the most horsepower? And it was unanimous. But Mano came up with a caveat. He's telling me how he could get more horsepower than me by doing one thing. Okay? And that is, he says, the red, of course, will always give you more horsepower. Okay? That means we'll get 30 horsepower out of the red. And I says, yeah, but what about the white, Mano? He says, 20 horsepower. That's all you're going to get out of the white. But Mano says, but Bill, you sent me a red sticker and a white sticker. Therefore, I have 50 horsepower more on my edge. So, if you truly want to get more horsepower, you buy both colors, and you, of course, get 50 horsepower, or you could just settle for the 30 for the red and the 20 for the white. So, yeah, we all like to combo things, right? So, anyway, yeah, shameless commerce on that, folks. But one thing we are going to do, and after I sell these other 60 stickers, or get to them, I will look into making this a Lincoln MKX Ford Edge under the bottom. Okay, it does denote our support for the Lincoln, and I do work on Lincoln, so we'll include the Lincoln on here along with the Ford Edge. And this money, folks, guess what this money goes to? It's not for my beer fund. I'm not putting in my college, deposit for Mercy Girl or CB or anything else. It is seed money, and it has to, one, pay me back for the money I spent, to buy the stickers, to get them made. And then once I get that money back, buy some more stickers with the new changes to them. And I don't know how many I buy, maybe depending on how many I sell. I'll buy them. It's cheaper if I buy them per 100 rather than 50. Price goes up if I buy just 50, but if it's 100, it goes down. It's just one of those things. It's marketing and all this other stuff when you buy them from the people. But what I want to do is use this money to create the design and then try to get some t-shirts made. Okay, and I don't want to put this out of pocket. I want to use this money to do the marketing and paying for the t-shirts. Okay, and going with the t-shirts and all this stuff. It's pretty hefty price, so I'm saving all the money. It's going to go to making the stickers, and then the stickers are going to help pay for the t-shirts. And once I get some t-shirts made, then we can sell some t-shirts if you guys want to buy t-shirts. I'll ask you folks first. I'm not going to make t-shirts if nobody's going to buy them. So we'll go from there and see where it goes. I might make a few to sport myself so I can wear them and get them all greasy and grimy and show you what they look like. But really, that's what I'm aiming for on that, and trying to get going as far as doing any of this. And so it's not a big profitable thing, but it is something that I want to make sure that I at least get my money back off of, because I did put my own money in for this to do it. So it does help. But again, you guys support the channel, and I love that. And I can't stress that enough, how special you folks are in helping this group grow. And I've been finding, and it tickles me pink, folks. It really does. You know how much it makes me feel when I look on the Facebook group and I see a question about something, and boom, 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 there's 3 or 4 people answering the question, telling them what to do, how to get their edge maintained, how to do the repairs. That's everybody helping everybody. That's everybody saving everybody some money and getting the repairs done DIY. Okay? That is what this group's about. It's not about me or anything else. Okay? I started it. I like to help people, and I always have tried to help people. I do it. I went to Indianapolis, changed spark plugs there. I go to South Dakota, talk to Bear up there. I go to different places, went up to northern Iowa and everything, and then, of course, anywhere else I go, I would love to help people. I don't charge anybody anything to help anyone, okay? You pay for your parts, but I provide the labor. I do whatever I can to help you, and that's all I want to do, okay? I may make a video off of it if it's something I've never done, okay? But, that's really all it is. And trust me, the videos aren't making me rich either. Okay, so, it's all about just helping the people, and I like to meet people. My job is meeting people all the time, even in my real job. So, it's all about meeting people. I see thousands of people a month, okay? Thousands, okay? Most do not know about this channel. I don't tell them that I do this, okay? They just know me as a safety guy. So, I do what I do. I help people in my real job to keep them from getting hurt, and I'm helping you all fix your edge so you can motor on down the road. So I hope that you all understand that. Buy them stickers and support at least getting rid of this first 100 for me. I was banking on 10% of you guys, gals, buying these stickers. That's out of 100 stickers, okay? Because I know in reality, not everybody's going to buy one. I just know it. So, you know, I'm hoping to get rid of these because I don't want to paper my wall back here with MACTFORDEDGE. Now, I don't want to do that, folks. So anyway, and my wife says she's got enough stickers on her edge already. So I'm running out of places to put them. But anyway, this is MACTFORDEDGE, and I hope you guys enjoyed this talk. And of course, you guys take care. And of course, join Facebook group. Tell your friends. And oh, there's one thing I wanted to do. When you guys see me post a video on the Facebook group, help me out, word of mouth. Share it to your friends. Share it on your Facebook group. It helps the views, okay? It really, truly helps me that way because you never know. Your friend may post it to another friend that has an edge, and it gets around that way. It helps my views and helps everything else. So if you could share my videos that you see, that would really be helpful. But this is MACT, and of course, this is FORDEDGE. And of course, join this Facebook group if you're watching this video right now. And of course, by all means, this YouTube channel, I want you to like and subscribe the YouTube channel. And of course, ring that bell to get those notifications. And remember, my feet hit the floor today, and I'm having a great day. And I want you to have a great day too. And with that being said, Mercy Girl, of course, in the YouTube channel is going to have a few things to say. And of course, after all is said and done, we got Kevin Messner and his Band of One. And you guys have to go to Kevin's page on his Facebook page, Band of One. Listen to his music, like his page, and tell him, get us some more music. Yes, enough pictures of the edge there. So let's go ahead and, of course, get some new music, Kevin. Anyway, I love his music. If you guys haven't heard it, you need to go to his page and listen to it. But that is what I got to say. And one last keynote, folks, before I go, because I am a proud papa. I was just notified that Mercy Girl at the 8th grade received a college scholarship. That was great news. She is fantastic. So anyway, that was pleasing to my daddy's heart. Yes, I loved it. You know, can't be prouder of her. So anyway, this is MACT. Y'all have a great day.